everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a look at the Black Series 6-inch 4 LOM. Pardon any reflection in the window. This shiny thing does not do well with light, but very excited to find this figure. I found him at Think Geek, and I have not been able to find him anywhere else, so I am very, very excited. For those of you original trilogy purists, he's Zuckuss, but for reality, he's actually 4 LOM. They just misnamed him. I'm sure you all probably know this story, but really, really cool. He's got the normal Black Series packaging. He's number 67, no exclusive or anything because his number is on the side there. And then he does have a little bio on the back, which is actually really interesting. I didn't know some of this, but it says, a rusty droid with insectile features, 4 LOM was originally a protocol droid, but logic glitches allowed him to escape his program and become a bounty hunter. That proved a perfect occupation for the cold, calculating mechanical. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I'd never heard that. You can read up on 4 LOM lore, I guess, but I just hadn't. But yeah, really cool. Good packaging, I think. Or good display of the figure. Even though this packaging is really old, it does this. It looks nice with the dark and the red is what I'm getting at. But yeah, so let me open him up and I'll give him a closer look for you guys, and one that is not quite so reflective. So hold on just a minute. So here is 4 LOM out of the package, and I think he looks fantastic. He's got a lot of really, really good coloring. First off, his face has always been very memorable. It looks like a bug, specifically like a fly with like the multiple eye things. And he's very similar to Zuckuss in the face, in my opinion. And one thing that I thought was interesting with this figure, knowing now his background, I think it would have been cool if he was actually like a living organism in the head and then his body was a protocol droid, but it didn't say anything about that. I'm not sure if that's the case, but his head definitely looks a lot more organic. But as you can tell, he has the protocol droid stance, the body. This is probably just a repainted C-3PO, to be honest, but it looks really good. He's black and he's got kind of some rusty bits. His body is all highlighted in this like kind of orangey brown that I think makes him look really good, and it makes him kind of look scary in a way, in a kind of a bounty hunter way, I suppose. It's just a lot different, and I really like it. His wires, I feel like they could have been painted, but I don't think that they have any color in the show, so, or in the movie, so that's okay. One thing to note is he does have these protocol droid arms, which are hinged right here, but he actually does have some movement. These things do slide a little bit, so that's actually really cool. You still are really limited in the movement of them, but the fact that it allows them to slide at all is actually quite cool. I do like that. He has this red slash on his chest that makes him very specifically 4 LOM. And I think overall he is a great looking figure, especially if you're collecting all the bounty hunters. This is a must-have. He does come with a rifle here, which is pretty cool. You can tell the light might reflect it a little bit, but maybe not. On my end, I can definitely tell that this part of the plastic is way thinner than this part. So this is supposed to be a really dark plastic, but when you hold it up in the light, it's got some almost translucent qualities. I don't think you're able to tell, but I thought that it was pretty interesting. So it's definitely a long gun. And he can hold it with 2 hands, I believe, which works well for this figure since his articulation is pretty limited in the arms, that he's able to hold his rifle. So let's see here. There we go. So yeah, he's able to hold that, which I think is fine. You can change up his posing a little bit within that stance, but that's probably the best way to display him, unless you could think of something else. But I think that it looks pretty good overall. He's got head articulation, which is awesome. It's on a ball joint. Shoulders, elbows, wrists all move with some hindrances towards the plating, and then these little guards that kind of keep the elbows bent at an angle. He's got it looks like an ab crunch, hips, knees, and ankles. So pretty good. Protocol droids already are kind of locked into a certain articulation, so I think overall he is pretty good, and he's got a decent amount of posability. Again, you can literally display all these bounty hunters if you get them just side by side, and they look cool as they are, so I'm very excited to add him to my collection. I am so far from being finished. I've got a Boba Fett Nabosk, and now a 4 LOM, so I need IG-88, Zuckuss, Dengar, all the 9 yards. I know that they're coming out with some. They're re-releasing IG-88, so I gotta make sure to pick him up. I also just noticed if you hold Zuckuss in the right light, so his eyes are actually like a dark green, but they have a light behind them. There's like they're made out of translucent plastic, it looks like, because if the light catches them at all, it like makes it a really pretty green. And I don't think I have any way to show that in the camera because there's no like light port or anything. I just can catch them in the light that's behind me. But very cool. I thought that was actually really neat. I just noticed that. You can kind of see it maybe in his neck. It's just all green, I guess, but very cool. Let me know what you think about this guy in the comments below, guys, and if you want to see any more Black Series figures, I do have a folder for that in my playlist tab on my channel. Just go to Black Series. I have every single Black Series figure reviewed I have ever gotten, so that starts all the way back from 2013. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching as always, and have a fantastic day.